So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. This is the poem The Red Wheelbarrow by William Carlos Williams, and it's going to be our template for today that we're going to write a poem about. And so looking at the literary device, the poem, William Wordsworth, who was a Romantic poet, defined poetry as a spontaneous overflow of emotion recollected in a state of tranquility. And we can see that definitely when we look at Rime of the Ancient Mariner, just how supernatural a lot of the elements in that poem are. But in this poem, we have William Carlos Williams, the poet, who is a modernist, and whereas the element of the soul of the poet was very important to the Romantics because there was a revival of nature and man's place in it, the modernist looked at the poet as simply a conduit, and that the real magic was the poem itself. That's what remains immortal. And so in some ways we lose some of the magic in modern poetry and modern art. A lot can be said about that. But to look at the poem's form, when we see each stanza looks like a wheelbarrow. It might not be supernatural, but there's still something magical about it. And the imagery as well, the color of the wheelbarrow, the word glazed, beside the white chickens, it brings a very visual image to the reader's mind. And the meaning itself, although it may not be supernatural and something very lofty, I remember reading this poem in high school. I never forgot it. It may have been before that, but I mean, the utility of it, he is celebrating something that is just in our everyday and elevating it to something that has stayed with me from the day I first read the poem decades ago. So the assignment for today is to make your own poem. So much depends upon. And think about something in your life that is seemingly simple, maybe that you take for granted every day, but in this state of maybe not spontaneous overflow of emotion, but gratitude, in a state of gratitude, choose your topic, choose your words, and apply the language in a way that elevates something simple into something that you immortalize in a poem, just like William Carlos Williams did. And if you would like, please write some examples of your poem in the comments so I can take a look at them and we can do some critical analysis on that as well. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll get back to Coleridge, Rime of the Ancient Mariner in the next video. Thank you.